Remember, belief in oneself is one of the most important bricks in building any successful venture. Lydia M. Child. In the grand scheme of life, our ability to believe in ourselves is a potent force that can make the difference between success and failure. Our belief, or lack thereof, shapes our reality, influences our decisions, and steers our lives in specific directions. Think about it: when you believe in your abilities, you are more likely to take on challenges, stretch your limits, and strive to reach your full potential. But when you lack belief, you tend to shrink back, play it safe, and settle for mediocrity. Let's delve into the life of the renowned inventor Thomas Edison. Edison was not a man who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He faced countless rejections, failures, and adversity. Yet he never let these obstacles deter him. Instead, he held on to an unwavering belief in his ability to create and innovate. When Edison was working on the creation of the electric light bulb, he encountered thousands of failures. To most people, this would have been a clear sign to give up, to admit defeat, but not for Edison. He once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He believed so strongly in his vision that he saw each failure not as a setback, but as a step closer to his goal. And we all know the end of this story. Edison's relentless belief in himself paid off when he finally invented the electric light bulb. His invention has since lit up the world, changing the course of history and impacting billions of lives. Edison's story is a testament to the power of belief. His unwavering belief in his abilities and vision was his driving force, propelling him to overcome adversity and achieve his goals. His story is a reminder to us all that no matter what obstacles we face, if we believe in ourselves and our abilities, we can overcome them and achieve great things. So you see, belief in oneself can move mountains. As Lao Tzu once said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Indeed, the first step is often the hardest, but it's also the most crucial. It's the step that propels us from inertia into action, from stagnation into motion. It's the step that kickstarts our journey towards our dreams, towards the life we envision for ourselves. Consider the story of a young woman named Emily. Emily was born into a family with limited means. From a young age, she dreamt of becoming a renowned scientist, but her circumstances seemed to be a roadblock. However, Emily wasn't deterred. She knew that if she wanted to turn her dream into reality, she had to take the first step. Emily's first step was to excel in her studies. Despite the odds, she worked hard to secure full scholarships for her education. Emily's journey wasn't easy. She faced numerous challenges, but she was relentless. She knew that every step she took, no matter how small, was a step towards her dream. Emily's journey wasn't just about the destination, it was about the process, the growth, and the transformation. Every step Emily took was a testament to her courage and determination. She embraced her journey with all its ups and downs, and in the process she transformed from a dreamer into a doer, from a student into a scientist. Today, Emily is a renowned scientist, making significant contributions to her field. But more importantly, she is a beacon of inspiration for others who dare to dream and take that first step. Emily's story is a powerful reminder that we must embrace our journey, however long or arduous it may be. It's not just about reaching the destination, it's about the lessons we learn, the experiences we garner, and the person we become along the way. Every journey begins with a single step. Your journey begins with a single step. So take that step, embrace the journey. Remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey. Colin Powell once stated, "Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence." Now let's delve into the heart of persistence. It's the force that keeps us going when the going gets tough, when the hurdles seem insurmountable, when the finish line appears to be a mirage. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, the man who literally brought light into our lives. Did you know that Edison made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb? To many, 100 attempts might seem like a lot, let alone 1,000, but each failure, each setback was a stepping stone for him, a lesson learned. Edison once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Now that's the spirit of persistence. Instead of seeing each attempt as a failure, he viewed it as a discovery, a step closer to his goal. Persistence is not about never failing, it's about never giving up. It's about dusting off the dirt every time we fall, growing stronger with each stumble and taking one determined step after another towards our goals. Now, you might ask, why persist? Why not just give up after a few failures? Well, remember, every failure brings with it a lesson. Every time you stumble, you learn something new, something that brings you closer to your goal. Imagine if Edison had given up after his 100th or 500th attempt. We might still be living in the dark, but he persisted. He learned from each failure and he eventually succeeded. And isn't that what life is all about? It's not about the destination, but the journey. It's about the lessons we learn, the strength we gain, and the person we become in the process. So the next time you face a setback, don't see it as a roadblock. See it as a stepping stone, a lesson learned. Stand up, dust yourself off and persist. Because as the story of Edison shows us, persistence can turn even the most impossible dreams into reality. Persistence indeed is a key ingredient in the recipe for success. Embrace change, for as Heraclitus said, change is the only constant in life. And how true this ancient Greek philosopher's words ring even in our modern times. Change, my friends, is inevitable. It's the one universal truth we can all agree upon. But the beauty of change isn't merely in its inevitability, it's in the opportunities it presents to us, the growth it paves the way for, and the resilience it fosters within us. Let's take a moment to consider the story of Amelia. Amelia was a renowned pianist, celebrated for her skill and passion, but one day a car accident left her with an injury that meant she could no longer play. This was a devastating change for Amelia, a change she hadn't asked for, a change she didn't want, yet she found within herself the courage to adapt, to embrace this unwelcome change. She could no longer play the piano, but she discovered she could sing. Her voice, once overshadowed by her piano skills, took center stage. She trained, she practiced, and soon she was performing once more. This time as a vocalist, her voice touched people's hearts. Just as her piano playing once had, Amelia had turned her significant change into an opportunity, a new chapter in her life. She embraced change and came out stronger, more resilient, and even more successful. Amelia's story illustrates the transformative power of change. It shows us that change, however daunting, can lead to new paths and beautiful destinations. It reminds us that we too can adapt, that we too can find new ways to shine, new ways to succeed. Change is a challenge, yes, but it's also an invitation to grow, to learn, to become better versions of ourselves. So let's not shy away from change, let's embrace it. Let's see it for what it truly is, an opportunity to redefine ourselves, to reinvent our paths, to rewrite our stories. Change, though inevitable, is a stepping stone to progress. Eckhart Tolle once said, "Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have." Let's ponder over this. Our lives are often lived in anticipation, waiting for the next big thing, the next achievement, the next phase. Or we're stuck in retrospection, dwelling on past mistakes, reliving old glories. But life, real life, happens right here, right now. Imagine a man named John. John was a worrier. He spent his days fretting about tomorrow's troubles and his nights agonizing over yesterday's mistakes. He was so consumed by his past and future that his present was merely a blur. A life-changing event, however, made him realize the importance of the present moment. John was diagnosed with a serious illness. Suddenly, every moment became precious. He started noticing the beauty around him, the laughter of his children, the warmth of the sun, the taste of his morning coffee. He was living, truly living, not in the past or future, but in the now. This shift in perspective transformed John's approach to life. Instead of worrying about the future, he started planning for it. He began learning from his past, not dwelling on it. His goals became clearer, his actions more purposeful. He found joy and peace in the present, and this shaped his future in ways he could never have imagined. You see, the present moment holds immense power. It's where life happens. It's where we make decisions, take actions, experience joy, learn lessons. The past is gone, the future is yet to come, but the present is here with us, right now. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or the future. It means learning from the past, preparing for the future, but living in the now. It's about focusing on what you can do today, not what you could have done or what you might do. The present moment, after all, is the only time we truly have. Make it count, live it fully, embrace its power, because as Eckhart Tolle wisely said, the present moment is all you ever have.